Welcome to the Primal Professor. I'm Dr. Rose, and I've been keto for over 6 years, and I just completed a 3-day carnivore challenge. Now, for those of you just tuning in for the first time, I will link at the end. We did a carnivore haul to show what foods I purchased to prep and be ready for this challenge, and I bought enough to I think last me a month for a carnivore challenge, but I bought in bulk and to show you what I'm going to eat while I'm on this channel. So if you didn't see those first 3 videos, I'll link them at the end. All right, let's jump in. Now I know, and I'm going to be looking at my notes because there's so many things I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to include in this video. Now I know some people were commenting, like, what's the point of even just doing a few days carnivore? Well, but after 6 years of living a ketogenic lifestyle, I'm really not starting from scratch. I was fat adapted, and I'm really exploring what's next. As a health coach who works with people who battle food addiction, I've seen how the simplicity of carnivore can make things so much easier. It requires fewer decisions. There's definitely fewer cravings, and it's a break from that cycle. Okay, so I'm doing it to learn, to feel, and to see if there's another layer of healing that I haven't tapped into yet, and also for myself, but also for the people that I serve. If you're already living a ketogenic lifestyle, don't be afraid to test the edges. That's what I'm doing here today with this challenge. You might be surprised what a day, or even just a few, or even a zero carb eating, or what zero carb eating reveals about your energy levels, your digestion, and even your mindset. Let me just get this out of the way early on. This was supposed to be a 3-day challenge, but after reflecting and after what I've experienced so far, I have decided to keep going for a full week. I want to see what unfolds physically, mentally, and how I feel when I push deeper into low carb. Then I'll reevaluate and I'll share what I've learned, because this isn't really about perfection. It's about curiosity, discovery, and healing. Okay, so here I wrote down a lot of things that I want to talk about first. What did I love about this carnivore challenge? Number 1, I've said it on day 1 and I said it on day 2. I'm going to say it on day 3 again. The mental clarity. My mental clarity definitely improved when I started the ketogenic lifestyle, but this has really ramped it up. It's just so clear. I don't know how to use the right words to describe it, but there's not a lot of noise up there. You're very focused. I remember things better. Even preparing for this video, like a task such as that, was better for me. So I'm really enjoying the mental clarity. And on this channel, we talk a lot about, and what's really important for me, what I'm trying to achieve, is getting my health span to equal my lifespan. And part of that health span, what I want to be part of that, is for my mind to still be working and allowing me to care for myself, think for myself, manage my activities of daily living. There's the physical therapist coming out in me. And so I really rank that mental clarity up there. What really is surprising to me is I'm naturally just fell into a 16 to 8 hour eating cycle. So that was effortless. That was still something that I didn't achieve consistently on keto. And so it's 10 to 12 and I haven't had breakfast. And the last time I ate was 7 o'clock last night. So 7 and then another 5 hours. I'm doing a 17-hour fast today. The 16-8, 16 hours of fasting and 8-hour window of eating really seemed natural without effort. It was very organic. It was what my body wanted. I started out with a 3 meals day on the first day, and I realized I was just doing that out of panic, like I better eat so I'm not hungry, and I really didn't need lunch. And did I not hear that a million times when I listen to other carnivores out there? But really, it's powerful when you experience it yourself. So it was very organic that kind of took place. That extended fast I'm very happy about. I think I'm tapping into the autophagy benefits. I'm sleeping very good, with the exception of leg cramps, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But I feel like I had deep sleep, and it's giving my liver, my pancreas, my brain, my gut, and my whole body a chance to heal. I finish eating around 7:30. I don't go to bed until 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours later. And my body is not trying to digest food while I'm sleeping. It already had that finished. And really, yesterday I had 2 eggs, about a third to a half cup of pulled pork, and 2 pieces of bacon for breakfast with grass-fed butter, and then electrolytes, of course. And then for dinner, I had about a 6-ounce ribeye with some crumbled blue cheese on it, and that's what I ate. And so that I felt was digested, and my body gets to clean house. That's the time you're asleep, you get in deep sleep. It's cleaning up old cells, old collagen, getting rid of it so new cells can replace it, right? And I'll be honest with you, someone just said to me, I was at somebody's 75th birthday party the other day, and they said, your skin is so good. And I do attribute that a lot to getting rid of the seed oils, all the carbs, and I don't drink alcohol, so I feel like that's helping me replace and regenerate skin cells even. There's no inflammation. I feel even better than I usually do. I had absolutely no cravings. No cravings. Did I miss fruit, veggies, and my favorite, if you've been following this channel, you know I love Greek yogurt. I have it every day. Not as much as I thought I would. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I would really be thinking about it, but like I said, there's no cravings. And what really came through for me is the connection of food and fueling our body with food, with what our body needs. And also, as what came through is why, when we're eating processed food, the standard American diet, why we need to keep eating and eating. It's because that food is just void of nutrients. And when you give the body what it needs, like I think I came in between 12 and 1,300 calories yesterday. I was satiated. I was full. I enjoyed my meals, and that's what it was. It was fuel for my body, but it was enjoyable. But I moved on and went about my day then. But that really came through, how you keep eating. The body will have you keep eating when you're not eating the nutrients that it needs. Then you get to really feel your hunger signals. And I think that I felt that before, but it was very clear to me on Carnivore. So when we just came back from a vacation, and when I go to the Deep South, I will have a cheat meal of sweet potato pancakes. And from that vacation, I had an extra 1.5 pounds on, and that that went away in just a day, so it was mostly fluid. But over the 3 days, I did lose 3 pounds. And just to give some, if people are new here, I had a lap band for over 10 years, 13, 14 years. And I had 4 years of keto with that as well. But it slipped and it moved up my esophagus, and I had that out about a year and a half ago. And I just have a stubborn 5 pounds to get off. So I want to see if I can never really get there, and over exercising just doesn't work for me. That's just not the way it works. I do exercise, I do resistance exercises, and I walk, but it's just not budging. So I'm hoping the carnivore helps. Let's talk about now what I didn't like about carnivore. Let's talk about poop. Okay. I know someone in the comments kind of warned me about going into carnivore slower to give your microbiome a chance to adjust. Well, I was pretty heavy meat keto. What I usually heard listening from other people, I would listen to a lot of carnivores because I learn a lot from them, was about when they first started, they have loose stools. I think I just had less stool. Sorry about it's probably TMI, but I think it's important, just like the person who commented thought it was important for me to know what to expect. I think I just had less poop because I had less stool, because all the food I ate was usable for my body. So was I constipated, or I just felt a little more constipated? A little bit, I would say. But again, I'm going to work on those electrolytes. And the second negative I had to it was even though I salted my food heavily yesterday, all 3 days, and this didn't happen day 1, day 2, this happened on day 3. So I'm really carrying no extra fluid. I think that's the 3 pound weight loss. I really thought I was mindful about salting my food and drinking my electrolytes. And I think that's the shocker, how much more, and it is cold in Pennsylvania right now. It's not hot, I'm not sweating, and how much electrolytes you really need. So to anybody who's going to be starting, have that ready, have that prepared, so you don't get leg cramps. I kept a little bit of Redmond salt by my nightstand and just took a hit, and I've experienced them on keto, so I'm ready for it all the time. While I found value in exploring carnivore, I want to be honest about my reservations, especially around long-term sustainability and the potential impact on insulin sensitivity over time. As someone who's reversed insulin resistance through keto and lifestyle change, I'm mindful that protein, especially in large amount of quantities, can still stimulate insulin. Let's be clear though, it nowhere near what carbohydrates do. And from a lifestyle standpoint, I know that for many people, especially those with social and cultural food connections, a strict all-you-can-eat diet may not be realistic or forever planned. That's why I'm approaching carnivore not as a permanent destination for me. This is just for me, but as a tool, a targeted intervention that might serve specific purposes for healing, for food addiction recovery, or even a metabolic reset, which I kind of think is what I'm doing right now. But I want to explore a little bit longer to see if I get even more healing or more from it. But like any therapeutic approach, it's worth evaluating it to see if it fits for you and your unique body and your long-term game, what you're looking to do. But I have to say it's been a very, very positive experience, and I'm going to continue it. So in regards to the digestive, potential digestive disruption. I appeal to all the carnivores who left some good comments, and the veterans who have been doing this a long time, to speak, just put in comments what typically someone might experience when they first start carnivore as a person who's not been on keto, and what to expect. I know change is hard, especially when you're going against the grain, and the truth is our medical system is overwhelmed, and most providers already don't have the time or the training to support a sustainable lifestyle change like low carb or carnivore or keto. That's why channels like this and communities really matter so much. We're reclaiming the power to heal, to question, and to choose what works for our bodies. You don't have to do it alone. Let's keep learning, growing, taking charge of our health together, and let's get that health span to equal that lifespan. So if you're curious about carnivore, or you just want to see what happens when a keto veteran experiments at the edges, hit the like button, subscribe, and follow along. I'll share the wins, the challenges, and the honest truths, that how I see them and experience them. And so maybe you don't have to learn the hard way. So let's keep learning and getting healthy together. Thanks for stopping by. Again, I'll post these videos if you missed the 3 before, and I'll report back in 7 days. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming.